Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another LEGO Lover 117 Let's Play. Been a long time since I've done one of these bad boys here, but I'm so excited to be back. I'm excited today specifically because of the game that we're playing. We're playing a Thomas PC game, because I do Thomas content sometimes on this channel. We're doing Thomas Saves the Day, which is a video game that I know absolutely nothing about. Just looking at the case, it was released, published by Mindscape, I think. See who that is? That's pretty much all I can find on it. I did a minimal amount of research before this Let's Play began, and I think it was released by a company like that claims it's Atari, but I don't know if it's Atari or not. I don't know. It's weird.
I think it was Infogrames. Or Info Games? I don't know.
I think Infogames became Atari.
Mm.
I'm skeptical about guessing who produced it, because is it the same for building the new line? Because that's what's fresh in my memory.
Let me take a look at that. Oh, we have special guests here too. There's Master of the Lemons and Hero the
That's
Japanese
how you
Train.
introduce us. You're just like, oh, by the way, I got these
By the
special-
way, I've got some other people here.
We've been reduced to Beresford levels.
by the way,
Yeah, sududes. I've said this a lot, but my aunt's ex-husband worked for Stun Puppy and helped make Building the New Line, at least. He might have worked on other Thomas stuff.
That is awesome.
yeah, that's not true of me.
He was my uncle at the time.
That's not true of me.
Yeah, that's also not true of me. I was not Matt's uncle at the time.
I was Matt's uncle at the time.
I'm Matt's
That's how
uncle.
I got Building the New Line for free, actually. I got it for free and at release.
Sweet. I got mine off the secondhand market. Same with Thomas Saves the Day. My copy came from the UK, surprisingly.
That's interesting. So I would think they would make this type of thing in. I guess the games were made in the U.S. I mean, that's weird. Like because most stuff starts in Britain and then they dub it for us.
Yeah.
This is an interesting example of something that's very American.
Yeah, I got no idea. I couldn't find anything about this game when I did research for it.
That's creepy.
It's almost like it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's probably cursed. That's fine.
So, before we get started with the actual game, I wanted to ask my special guest stars, do you guys have any personal experience with this game? Because I don't. I've never played this before. This is my first playthrough here.
I grew up with it. It was like a. I loved the game growing up. It's really. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything about it, but it was. I grew up with it, and it was a pretty big part of my childhood. Like I almost said reading between the lines. I had Building the New Line. I had this game, Thomas Saves the Day. I had Railway Adventures, and I think I had Trouble on the Tracks too. But for some reason, I don't ever remember playing that one. But this was one of 4 games that I had, and I'd play them all the time. So I mean, I do have a lot of nostalgia for this game, and it's just so reminiscent of the era that it came out that it's I have a lot of nostalgia for it.
Awkward silence.
Was that the point where Matt was supposed to share his personal
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Alright, so I guess Matt is not wanting to talk, so we're just going to go ahead and put the game in the drive and load it up. Hopefully my computer doesn't explode, and hopefully this actually works.
Both of those things are good scenarios.
Everybody start praying.
The last time I played Building the New Line, it conflicted with Skype, and it messed up the whole game. So hopefully the same isn't true with your computer in this game.
Yeah, I hope not either.
We'll see. It might be my disc, but I doubt it. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's not a good sound.
What is Minds? I have no idea what this is.
It's called Thomas Saves the Day.
Not this window.
Oh. I thought this was the game. Like, it's got all the characters.
This is not the game.
Oh. Well, It's been a long time since I've played it. Give me a break.
Here we go. I think it's working.
If you can call this working, it looks... Oh, no, there.
Yeah, there's the Atari logo.
Produced by Atari.
Hit Entertainment. Man, it's been a long time since they were alive. Yeah, it's Stunt Puppy, not Stuff Puppy. I'm just stupid.
Oh, yeah. No,
Hello
you're
there.
right.
I'm Sir Chopper Matt. We have many adventures here on the island.
Dude, that's
of
Michael
Shelton.
Angelis.
I keep
Hey,
the best
so it
stories
is-
here
I
in
guess
a
it is
large
UK
leather
dub.
book. I have an exciting one about a big storm.
He has an exciting
Before
story
we
about
get
a big
started,
storm.
please tell us about yourself. Type your name on my typewriter. Click the letters on the typewriter or enter them on your keyboard. Click the red tick key
I don't think it's a
when
good
you're
idea
finished.
to give them your personal information here. Should probably
I'm trying to think of a funny name.
give them your pen name.
My pen name?
Yeah. Well, that's correct.
There's my
That's-
pen name. That's gonna trigger some people.
You can play
And that's
the
also gonna
adventure
get you a
in two
lawsuit.
ways. To play the story from beginning to end, click on the newspaper. To play the activities, click on the pictures.
I'm gonna click on the newspaper.
These are all the chapters of Thomas Saves the Day from beginning to end.
Forgot how cool the structure of this game was. Like, it's neat how there's chapters and there's this whole kind of story. Like, this game legitimately has a story mode, which I don't think you can really say of any other Thomas game.
Oh, Railway Adventures. Kind of.
Yeah, but it was more like a open world, dude. You know, like, I don't think you had to do things in order.
No, Great Festival Adventure, you gotta do things in order.
Oh, that's true.
Same with
And
Trouble. Same with Trouble on
yeah.
the Tracks.
Yeah. The thing that always dominates it in my mind is building the new line. That's the game I always think of first, and that had no story mode.
We did a Let's Play on that. I remember.
We built the new line.
Yeah.
One day at Brendam Dock, a terrible storm blew in from the sea.
Fuck.
The troublesome trucks
Brendam
were growing
Dock.
restless in
There's
the
just one
yard,
dock.
So Salty gathered them into the shed. He told
So
them
this
of
is
the
it.
last big storm.
I love how
to blow through
Salty
the
is a
island of
model,
Sando, and that it
like
was an heroic
like the
little
actual
engine
model, but the
helped
trucks are
save the
3D
day.
animated.
Thomas was on his way back to Knapford
doesn't
Station
make
when
no
the
difference
sky
between the
became
seasons.
dark.
Like, they just
and
went
cloudy.
between season 3
The
and
wind
6.
blew and the rain sloshed Thomas's firebox, so his driver decided to wait on a siding for the storm to subside. The next morning the storm had passed, but Thomas was still left without any dry coal. "We need to find some more coal for your fire, Thomas, so we'll be able to drive full steam ahead," said his driver. Jeb Cole's workshed, Knapford Station.
Jeb
Cole's
Cole?
workshed.
Jeb Cole. Which way should I go?
Knapford.
Knapford. I'm still feeling a bit cold. I'm still.
Go to Knapford.
I'm still feeling a bit.
That was Edward's whistle.
Also, Tom just reversed.
Wellsworth Station.
No, that is...
Gordon's Hill.
Come on.
Well.
Oh, hello, season 1 footage.
I love how
bucket of
Wellsworth,
fresh
the main
coal.
line station,
That
just
will
ends in
help heat up
buffers.
my
Just
steam.
one
Yeah.
line.
Now I have enough steam to get up the hill.
Oh, that's
and
not
then onto
creepy at
Knapford
all.
Station. To continue the adventure, click on the next available chapter.
That was quick.
Ah, Thomas, here you are at last, said Sir Topham Hatt. The big storm has caused delays all over the island and the cargo for Mr. Jolly's chocolate factory has been lost. Those crates are the very ones the workers need to make the chocolate. Please go to Mr. Jolly's chocolate factory at once and find out what help is needed.
No,
Oh.
I quit.
Gordon's Hill, Knapford Switching Yard.
What is with this weird stock footage?
I don't know.
Calhan Viaduct, Brendam Coast.
I love how that
So
one guy's like really not
windmill.
confident about those crates, so he's
Yeah,
just
he's
kind of
just
like
kind of like dawdling over there.
he's just like, should I? No.
I honestly don't know where I'm supposed to go. Like, where's...
I think you're just supposed to explore until you find a thing to do.
Let's go to the-
maybe. Oh no, wait, they mentioned salty. Maybe you the lighthouse then.
I'm gonna be rebellious and go to the viaduct.
Cowhand. I'm just helping Sir Topham Hatt to see all the things that need to be fixed after the storm. It's windy up here.
It's getting windy up here!
So it's interesting. So the version that I grew up with was the U.S. version, and it had, I think it had the same guy or a similar guy to the one who did the menus on DVDs. You know,
Yeah.
it was his voice. And
Was it the same voice that was in all the other games?
Yeah, I think it was, which is interesting. So this version actually has Michael Angelis.
Yeah, I'm surprised that this actually, like, works.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, I guess UK PC games are region-free.
Smell.
Yeah, that must be the case.
Hello, Thomas. I'm waiting for Edward to deliver my new hook. Have you seen him? The
No.
cursor will glow whenever you pass over something that can be... Hello, Thomas. I'm waiting for Edward to deliver my new hook. Have you seen him?
Well, this doesn't help me at all.
Cal...
Goodbye.
It's really
Natford.
cool seeing all the different characters in this game. It was like, really never run into. It's neat seeing them all in this style.
Rend.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Because it's like, it's nice that, like, they're all, like,
Random
drawn.
duck.
They're all, like,
It looks like the
they're
tracks
not,
of the coast are closed right
you know,
now
like
because
you
of
get
the
to see
damage
this
from the
version of
storm.
Harvey rather
We
than,
can come back and look later to see if they've been cleared.
Oh, wow.
Natford.
That's it? You're not going to do anything about it? You're just going to be like, oh,
You're
I
just
better
gonna
wait.
leave it there, yeah.
So.
I'm getting real sick and tired of hearing
It's good to
da-da-da-da-da.
see you, Thomas. I was caught in the storm, and the next thing I knew, I hit something on the track and came off the rails. I was just on my way to deliver a new hook for Harvey, but now I need him to come and help me. Could you bring him his new hook so that he can lift me up?
No, I can't. Sorry, I'm busy.
Natford.
Well, we know where Harvey is. He's just stranded.
Cowhand.
We just left him there to die.
Rule.
Smell.
It happens.
Hello, Thomas. I'm waiting for that.
I
Hello,
love
Thomas.
how
I'm waiting for
I love how
Edward to...
Gordon
Thanks
is
for the
between
hook,
most
Thomas. Now, I
locations.
just need
Yeah.
a new chain to go along with it. Can you help me make the chain?
No.
We need to add links to Harvey's chain so that it will be long enough. Find a new half that matches the end of the chain. To add a new link, click on it to put the ends next to each other. To turn over the link you're trying to match, just click on it. When you think you have the right piece in place, click on the hammer to make a new link. We need to make 4 more links.
4 more links.
That's 1. Those match exactly.
That's the point, my guy.
That's 2. That's a match. Great job.
You can tell that this is like all programmed. That's
I
1.
don't know what did it that way.
That's 3. Now you've got the hang of it.
Yeah, man, I'm doing it. I can
I
put
think the
stuff.
best part of this is probably like the sound effects. Like there's something satisfying about them.
That's
Like it's a really
4.
boring thing to do, but
Excellent.
like the
That chain is
I
long
can't
enough
help
for
but like the
Harvey's
sound
new
effects.
hook.
Yeah.
My new chain is complete. Thank you.
where's your
I'll go
smoke
ahead
box?
and see if
Harvey?
Edward's okay.
You're
I
right.
may
He
need
has no
your
smoke
help, though,
box.
so I'll
Just
meet
a
you
face
back at the
sitting
window.
there.
That's weird.
Oh, how did he get out of there?
I have no idea. I didn't even hear what he said. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do now.
He's gonna like go after family or something. You should have listened to him. He was probably
Nah,
like,
so-
I'm going after Percy, and then Thomas is like, wait, what? And then Harvey's gone.
I'm still getting used to this new hook and chain. Can you help me guide the hook towards Edward? So
I
we
just
can
made
get
you
him
a
back
new
on the
chain and you
tracks?
can't do this yourself. You disgust me, Harvey.
Hold on. I had to tell. Oh, okay.
Thank
Go over
you,
to
Thomas.
Edward.
Now I can get back to work, and you can drive on to the chocolate factory. Good luck.
Don't
Well
you just hate
done.
your pupils are
Click
just
the
total
next
ovals?
chapter to continue
Yeah, it's
the
weird.
adventure. The workers at Mr. Jolly's chocolate factory were surprised to see Thomas. He was not the train they had been waiting for. But we've been waiting for Percy to arrive with our first shipment of supplies. He's terribly late.
You're not like
said
the
one
other
worker.
trains.
They asked
We don't
Thomas
like you.
to help find Percy and his cargo.
It's weird to me. Like certain things are really low quality, like the close-up shots of the engines and the face animations and stuff, and other
So-
things, like characters, like humans moving, are really fluid and nice looking.
Yeah, they
Well,
don't look like figures.
Yeah. So
There you are, Percy. The workers at the chocolate factory are looking for you. They need you to deliver their cargo. Oh, Thomas,
at least
it
12
was so
looked like
scary.
Ellsworth.
In the storm, I crashed into something, and all my cargo smashed into the cave, and now I can't go in there. Why not, Percy? It's too dark and scary. I'm sure there isn't anything scary in there, Percy. I'll find you a new lamp, and we can go and get everything.
Where would I get a lamp at?
That's the question, isn't it?
So... Now,
Let's try this way. I'm getting real sick of seeing the same stock footage.
now,
Oh, it's just right there. Oh, go back. The
Gordon.
lamp was just sitting in the yard.
What?
It was sitting right there, right next to the tracks.
now,
Where?
Literally in the middle of the yard.
Knapford.
Oh, there
Look
it is.
A new...
I'm stupid. I would have searched for maybe a half hour if you hadn't told me that.
So Thomas
Tidmouth.
just stole that? Wasn't it needed somebody? Did you just gonna lift it?
I think we should go into the cave now. Why don't you go first? I'll be right behind you.
Percy doesn't
We
follow
need
us
to
at
tell
all.
Percy what all the spooky sounds really are, so we can keep on going. Help me guess what each sound could be.
Okay, that truck's face is like the scariest thing I've seen all day. And I saw myself in the mirror.
Oh.
I hear ghosts.
That's
I hear ghosts!
I see now, Thomas. It's only a cuckoo clock. Of
A
course.
cuckoo clock.
That's what we really heard.
the UK's funny.
I love how Percy's just here like, I see ghosts! And Thomas is just like, Percy, there are no ghosts here. And Percy's like,
What
ghosts!
horrible creature could be making that sound?
Horrible creature.
Let's listen to the sound again. I see now, Thomas. It's only a trumpet. Of course. That's what we really heard.
But there's no trumpeter.
It's just like, of course. Like, what did you think it was?
Of course.
I hear ghosts.
No, you don't. A typewriter.
I see now, Thomas. It's only chains.
I see
Of
now,
course.
Thomas. It was a
That's
ghost.
What we really heard. Look.
Why is the
that's
chocolate
Percy's
in the middle
cargo
of the
for
cave?
The chocolate factory.
Good question.
Thank you, Thomas.
What's weird
Now I
is that
should bring Mr.
I know
Jolly's
Percy
chocolate
lost
factory
it in
their
there, but
supplies
like,
as fast
why
as
is it
I
all
can.
perfectly
To
stacked?
continue the
I have
adventure,
no idea.
click on the next
I think
available
it's-
chapter.
It's okay, we're at chapter 3.
How many chapters are there?
5.
Oh,
Okay. So Matt, since you're back, before we move on, I asked Lemmy earlier if you had any prior experience with this game, and you were rude and didn't answer me.
you had a long silence. The fat
Yeah,
control.
I went into a coma.
I went into a coma and died, but now I'm back.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Bailey's catching
Fell apart, not the coming
with
back.
her chair, and I got knocked out. It was fun.
So anyway, if you would be a deer and answer my question.
The only prior experience I have with this game is watching a playthrough on YouTube, and I think at one point you played it. I think someone played it.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, I'm playing it right now.
Yeah, there you go.
No, prior to this, I've never...
That's where it's from.
No, prior to this Let's Play, I've never played this before, so... So here we go, Chapter 3. The Missing Shipments.
The workers thanked Thomas and Percy. "Now, Thomas," said one of the workers, "we need 3 more items. Sir Topham Hatt has informed us that the wind blew the cargo all over the island. Do you think
It's
you
a
can
pretty
find
strong
the 3
wind.
missing crates,
Yes.
Thomas? This list will show you what items we still need to find."
What kind of
We
chocolate
need
factory,
sugar,
like, their
butter,
ingredients get
flour.
lost and
We
blown
need
into the
3
countryside
more
and they
ingredients.
still use them?
I don't know.
Like-
I don't know what kind of wind is
What
strong
kind
enough to
of-
blow them across the island.
Good job.
What kind of chocolate factory
You
doesn't have
found
enough materials
sugar,
to satisfy demand?
flour,
Like, they've got
Tidman.
1 barrel per ingredient.
They've got like 1 barrel for the entire day.
Sodor
Like, what kind of a factory is this?
Not a very good one.
Closed due to storm.
They closed the cave. Oh,
What?
look, back
was
there.
really
It's
a
the...
lot of damage from the storm.
Look, it's the haunted mine from Percy and the
Yeah.
Haunted Mine.
It's cool.
Easter egg.
I love the perspective with Thomas in his truck.
I know. I noticed that earlier.
Dude, that truck's my favorite character in this game. It hasn't said a word, but it's my
Sodor
favorite.
wind-
Just get stunned.
That is weird.
stunned.
Why is he not saying anything? Well, I think they
Mr.
might have said
Japan.
something in the... I think they might say something in the cave.
No, that was just Thomas and Percy.
Ah, yes, the single track in that. Oh wait, no, there's another track.
There's another track over here.
That's redeemable then. It makes sense.
And look, the giant Knapford sign.
Stafford only has 3 lanes.
It also has a giant sign on the front saying Knapford.
Everything is going
Yeah.
very well. Thomas!
I love how they
I'm glad
treat
you're
everything on
here. The
Sodor
wind
like
blew
it's in the
cargo
flange
out of my
BQ
net
font.
and into the river. Can you look for something to help me fish everything out? There's a lot of useful tools at Jeb Cole's workshop. You could try looking there.
Jab-a-cole.
Yeah,
Knapford.
Jeb Cole.
The entire island only relies on a few people for things like that.
I love how everything in this
Nah.
game is just slightly wrong. Like, Thomas is pretty accurate, but, like, the smoke box support is
Cool.
blue. And, like, Jeb and Cole is Jeb Cole. And, like, other things.
Thomas just stop on that hill.
Yeah, also Gordon's Hill's
Hello,
at like
Thomas.
a right angle.
I could do with your help.
Holy shit.
Everybody needs the items in this shed to help them with the big cleanup. But there is so much debris from the storm, we can't get
Deb.
anything out.
Debris.
Can you find something to help clear away the branches?
There's Elizabeth.
Have you
I love how
found
the horse
anything
is
to
just
clear
out in
away
the open, just standing there.
The horse put the branch in front of her. Oh yes, those buffers at Wellsworth.
Lemmy mentioned that earlier.
Imagine Gordon thundering
Jeb.
by.
And he sees them and he's like, oh! It's too late.
It's too
Gordon's
late.
I love the Michael Angeles Elizabeth voice versus Alec Baldwin's.
Nah.
Can you help find them? And then Alec Baldwin's like, ah!
I much prefer
Alec Baldwin sounds like Miss Fowl from Jimmy Neutron.
Knapford
There's
switch.
so much more character in Alec Baldwin's.
Carl! Squawk!
Cow.
Ah!
Smell.
Smell!
Harold's giving terrible advice in other stories.
Cow.
Before you go, Thomas, smoke!
Smell!
Nah. Brent.
Bran.
Brett, that's a light machine
Brendan
gun.
Dock. This bucket may help Harold scoop up his cargo.
scoop it up
Cowhand.
like a hawk.
Yeah. Harold lost his talons in World War II.
The fact that Harold had talons.
The fact that Harold in World War II.
I think we need to put two items
He's been
together
hovering
to
in
scoop
place.
things out,
He could have
Thomas.
flown there. He could have flown to Jeb
We still
Coles.
need 2 more ingredients.
Maybe they're fishing out those ingredients in the river.
I don't know. I'm kind of confused now.
We
I'm a
are
little alarmed that we haven't seen any other engines.
I'm alarmed that, like, I can't see any points going to that line that runs through Knapford in the background, and I'm not sure. It's possible that both ends end in buffers and you just
shovel.
can't see it.
That will be perfect.
When I
for
was really
clearing away
young,
the
when I had
debris.
leftover track, I would just, like on a layout, I would just leave a few straights out with nothing connected to them, and that'd be like a punishment track.
Punishment track.
Leave an engine there.
Cowhand
Your
viaduct.
trains
Nah.
do a bad thing.
You trains, you build your own line. I ain't building it for you.
Gord.
Build it. Go on.
Go. Yeah, look at this. It's almost
Jeb
like
Cole's workshop.
it's almost like a right angle.
It's gotta be weird for Michael Angelis
Jeb.
having said Jeb Cole his entire voice acting career, I guess. And then he's gotta read Jeb Cole.
Thank
Wait,
you,
did they seriously
Thomas,
clear that
for
with a
clearing
shovel?
away all the
Yeah.
Otherwise,
debris.
probably
I have
would
a
have
handy bit
corrected
of
them.
rope here, Thomas. Perhaps you should take it with you just in case.
Rope. The perfect way to kill myself.
Gordon,
I like how before you leave, this is gone. Is it saying or was it saying?
Knapford,
Still.
Napfit.
Brenda, Cal.
Cal.
Help!
Cal. Cal.
Now that we have the rope and
Oh.
the bucket, can you help
You
me
just
get
tossed
the
it
cargo
at me.
out
You're
of
just
the
like, yeah,
water?
take your rope.
Edward.
Now
I
that
just
we have
tossed
the
it at him.
rope and
Harold,
bucket,
here.
we need to
Oh
help
my God,
Harold
it's
fish out
tiny.
his cargo.
he's
Move
moving
the
so
cursor to fly
erratically,
Harold
too.
around the stream. Click the mouse button to lower the bucket into the
Yo,
river
chap.
and scoop up
I think
whatever
Thomas,
is below.
we can't see
Watch
Thomas
the
right now, but I
shadow
think
on
he's
the
really
river to
regretting
see where
doing
the
this.
bucket
He's looking
will
down
land.
there like, oh my god, and he's trying to get out of there fast.
The viaduct really
Look at
just increased in size.
We were really close that time.
What?
Oh, convenient. The
Oh,
clock just as soon
bother.
as he says time.
That's not one of the crates.
Snot. It's mine.
There's just this
I
rock
also
sitting
fish
here.
things out of the river. I fish things out of the river by like throwing a bucket at them.
Hey guys,
rather-
look, it's Top Hat. I found Top Hat, guys.
Oh, that's
Found
excellent.
Top Hat's model.
Thanks for your help with my cargo, Thomas. Would you like to
That
take
reminds
this crate
me, MSP
directly
new
to the
Harold.
chocolate factory?
Yeah.
Good.
Tally-ho.
Butter,
Apps.
sugar, flour. We only need one more ingredient. Knapford switching yard.
That's a
Switching yard. So it's not even a station.
you keep running into this dead end.
Calhoun.
Oh, I'm at the scrap yard.
Oh no! That's where Harvey was.
Knap.
Oh, we had two different reactions.
Thomas is really good at turning around. And-
Without a turntable.
Well, didn't he brag about that in
Brent.
one of the other games?
He bragged about it in Tenders and Turntables.
Oh, I got fruit punch on my taco.
We
Oh, God,
found
those
all the cargo
eyes.
from Mr.
Yeah.
Jolly's chocolate factory.
I'm more offended by the
We'd
fact that
better
part of him's
hurry
blue
back
when it
so
shouldn't
the
be.
workers can mix the
Yeah,
chocolate
I'm
for the
offended that he's
shipment.
blue.
To
Yeah,
continue the
called blue.
adventure, click on the
Oh guys,
next
this one's called
available
Race for the
chapter.
Docks. This is going to be intense.
Race for the dogs.
Thomas had
That
delivered
sounds like a
all
really
supplies
epic story,
needed
and I
to
know it's
finish
not
the
gonna be.
entire order
Gotta
of
get the
chocolate
docks.
right on time.
Race
We
We've
are
gotta
so
get to the
pleased,
docks
Thomas,
before the Germans
said
invade.
The workers when the chocolate was ready.
Oh.
But now the shipment
It's World
must
War
be
II.
taken
I
to
think you guys knew
Brandon
that.
Dock before Bulstrode has to leave.
That's
Can you
terrible.
please help us again? Thomas agreed to take the freight wagons loaded with chocolate to Brendam Dock right away.
Brendan Doc.
Dog.
Sodor,
Brendan Doc Hudson.
Oh.
What if
Mr.
Doc
Jolly's
Hudson just showed up
chocolate.
in this game
I would be.
years before he was a thing?
Bren.
Well, now they've cleared the frickin'...
It
I
looks
wonder
like
how
the storm
James
damage
must
has
feel
been
that his theme
repaired,
is just being
but
used
now
all
no
over this
one's in
game.
the signal box. Can you change the points so that we can head off down to the docks? We need to match the lever positions with the one shown in the picture. Clicking on the lever will move it to the next position.
Just have a portrait of Sir Topham Hatt here.
I think it's even more funny that Thomas is watching you through the window. Like it's a drive-through.
We're getting close.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a
Great.
diet, Dr.
Now
Cole.
that the points are properly set, we can head off for
There's just like
Brendan
a
Dock.
weight sitting over there too, like the guy
Thomas,
works
you are
out.
in our way. We won't do a thing you say. Thomas, you must hurry to the dock.
Slid into
Bulstrode is about
Oh
to
my
leave.
gosh.
Yes, I'm trying to,
That's
but the troublesome
salty.
trucks are playing up.
Huge.
I'll help you, Thomas. I have a way of making them behave for me. Here, you.
I beat them.
Salty
Just
just
sing
said,
along
I love you,
with me.
Thomas.
We like
I
to
love you,
sing,
Thomas.
We like to sing, but we won't sing just anything.
Not the place
Click on
to
the
like
trucks to help us
confess
sing
that.
along. Just click on each truck to match each note I sing. I'll keep adding notes until they're singing the whole song. Try this one. Your
Salty sounds like you just woke up. Oh, the
Your
mouse.
turn. Excellent. Your turn. Now this.
Oh, man.
Your
I don't like
turn.
that.
Excellent.
I don't like the
Thanks,
music they're
Salty.
making.
I don't know how you did it, but now we're on our way.
Neither do I.
I love how Cranky's face is literally a picture from the model series.
That ocean liner looks god-awful.
Well done, Thomas. You delivered the cargo to Bulstrode right on time. I'm very
Bolster was
pleased.
really happy about
Well
it.
Yeah.
done. Click the next chapter.
now we're on
to
to our
continue
final
the
chapter.
adventure.
Mr. Jolly!
The chocolate factory's important shipment was delivered on time, and everyone cheered Thomas for
Well,
all
old
his
girl,
help in
it looks like
saving
our
the
final
day.
chapter.
To show their appreciation, the workers at Mr. Jolly's chocolate factory decided to make some special desserts in honor of Thomas, Sir Topham Hatt, and all of his useful engines.
So why did
Are
Thomas
you
get
ready
this
to make some chocolates? You can click on 3 parts of the machine to make your chocolates. When you're ready to start making the chocolates, just pull this lever here. You can change the controls whenever you want to change your chocolate. If you want to stop, just pull the lever. When all your chocolates are done, you can go to the gift wrapping room to wrap the box. When you're ready to start making the
It's always so
chocolates, just
satisfying.
pull this lever here. Choose your shape.
I've never seen this segment before.
Choose your
Yeah,
shape.
it's one of my
Choose
favorites.
your coloured
it's just a
sugar.
lot of like fun.
What's
It's a hat.
Choose your shape. Choose your coloured sugar.
Okay, this
only
game's actually
Thomas'
fun.
number.
Choose your coloured sugar.
Mr. Jolly
Choose your coloured sugar.
Choose.
If you choose your coloured sugar. If you want to your box is full. Let's send it to the gift wrapping room. This is the gift wrapping room. Before you wrap your box of chocolates, you can switch them around or remove some and go back to make different ones.
Nah, I'm pretty happy with the ones I have.
Should have made them all ones. All aboard,
I
all
am
aboard, all
honoured to
aboard.
receive
Oh.
such a fine box of chocolates.
Oh gosh.
Thank you, and my thanks to Thomas and all my useful engines.
Ate Thomas's bunker.
Thank you for your help after the big storm.
I guess that's it.
So you were Trump the entire time. You should have been like,
To help
You should have been
Thomas
like,
save
"Wow,
the day,
this
click
is
on the green
tremendous."
go button.
Well, the shipments of chocolate were tremendous.
To add a new player,
There was
on the
absolutely
blank
no
bookmark.
collusion with the Russians to get that chocolate to Bulstrode.
There was no collusion between his
To help
chocolate and my
Thomas
stomach.
save the day, click on the green Go button.
But I already helped Thomas save the day, though.
You can play the adventure in
Damn.
2 ways. To play the story from beginning to end,
You got the front
click
page.
on the newspaper.
Okay.
So, like, okay,
To
I
play
guess
the
that's it. I guess the
activity,
game's over. I don't
click
see
on
anything
the
else we can
picture.
do.
So Flange BQ is such a popular font on Sodor that they use it for their press.
It's so weird.
You know what's the
Thank you for
So I
your
guess
help.
what's the
Are you
biggest
sure
takeaway
you
from
want
this
to
game?
quit? Thank you for
For-
your help after a big storm. When you come
Jeb-
back, we'll continue our adventure.
The adventure's done.
Well, Wellsworth has one terminating line.
My biggest takeaway is in these sorts of games, I never expect to see anything after season. I never expect to see any characters, any settings, or whatever post season 5. I think this is the only one of these games that was made
Yeah,
post
because
season 5.
this game is really interesting because it's like the season 6 game.
Yeah, I think it's the only one that was made post season 6. I'm going to say season 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not
Because
only
it
was
features,
made-
like, Salty and Harvey and stuff.
Yeah, I think the whole point is kind of to advertise it. Like, it feels like the season 6 kind of vibe. Like, that's like it seems like that was their goal.
But at the same time, it's got that awesome like season 3 music.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
these games just
I
make
think
me
that
want
there's
to
a
go back.
way that you can go into the game's files and rip those songs from it.
Yeah, that's why.
You could probably. I wonder if you could also mod it so you replace them with something else.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you could. I'm sure this game's
That's
code
why
is not that
all of the,
sophisticated.
Yeah,
That's why all of the Donald and Douglas theme recordings have like a rock crushing noise because
I
those.
think that's because of building the new line.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're building a new line.
But I'm sure that there's a way you could go into the game and like mod it in a
Oh, for
certain
sure.
way.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure its code is not that sophisticated.
You could mod it so that the engines are different.
I don't know if the actual photos that the game uses, the actual sprites are accessible. If they are,
I'm just thinking you can mod the game so it's like Harvey saves the day.
that would be so cool. You could make custom versions of any character.
You can make custom levels.
I need to try that with like building the new
If
line.
only we knew how to program.
Can I please get a Murdoch version of building new line?
Murdoch
No.
saves the day.
Murdoch goes along all the branch lines. I'll save this day.
I'll
Yeah.
save this
I
day.
like this game. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely up there. I mean, it doesn't help that I haven't played the game, but and
Yeah,
it
this-
gets major
it's
hits
my
for not
favorite-
being a nostalgia game I grew up with.
My favorite's definitely Railway Adventures.
Yeah,
And
that's
after that, building the new line, this is probably my third, and then Trouble on the Tracks is my fourth. And then I never played Great Festival Adventure. so
Oh,
that's probably-
dude, that hurts. Great Festival Adventure was my jam.
I always
think
wanted it.
because I have to think about this because Trouble on the Tracks is like really good. It's really really good.
Trouble on the what now? Excuse me?
Trouble on the Tracks. Really good.
I didn't like Trouble on the Tracks.
I have it, but I can't remember playing it. Oddly enough.
I remember trying to play it once on a PC that crashed when I was like 6.
And that was a good experience to you.
Well, I
It
played
made it the best
again.
game ever.
I was like 8, 9
Yeah.
when we had a working PC. But
Yeah.
like,
I remember liking it. It wasn't the best.
I love the games where you get to like clean up the engines because that's just a really satisfying
I
big
know,
thing.
those
Yeah,
are
that was
great.
in Great Festival Adventure.
Yeah, that honestly, I would just sit there and play just that mini game for like 20 minutes and just listen to music. It's so nice.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love those mini games.
I would love to have like a Flash game because like on my MacBook I cannot play these games. They're just way too old or they were never made for Mac. I would love to have like a Flash.
I think probably with minimal knowledge we could make games this good or even better, which is really cool. Because to us it's such a big deal. To most people these games are probably abysmal. They're just so lacking.
Oh yeah, like
But to us, like they've got a lot more significance.
if you compared like Thomas Saves the Day to like the Telltale series like Game of Thrones game, like it's night and day.
God, no, there's no contest.
It's night and day. Of course, the Telltale game is better, but in
That's
terms
a really
of
good comparison, because the Telltale games do the same kind of type of thing, where it's like you have minimal character control and physics and everything, but you do.
but it's your choices that
Yeah,
affect how the story
exactly.
plays out. That's why I love those games so much.
Wouldn't a Telltale like Thomas game be fantastic?
That
like,
would
with
be. I'd love that. Too bad they
That
went
would
into
be
business.
Because then you could you would make decisions, but it would be with all the characters we're familiar with and all the locations, and it's an actual storyline playing out that has actual consequences. That would be fantastic.
It would be.
awesome.
It would be like
They took all these games and released them as one.
That would be interesting.
that would be a thing.
Well, what was I going to say? I forgot.
Oh, sad. But yeah, I mean, if
Big
you
sad.
compile, I could see they'd never do this, but it would be cool if they they updated and compiled all the Thomas PC games. I think there's only 5, and put them all in one big kind of, special edition thing that they released. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Just, for old time's sake.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. These games are, really cool because, I mean, they're not part of the main series at all, but, when I think of things that are just, and it's kind of subjective, but when I think of things that are really, Thomas-y, they just
Yeah.
give you that vibe so...
I know, and this is one of them.
Like
for
the
sure.
vibe of classic Thomas, you mean?
It's super saturated in, Thomas goodness. I joke about the flange
I mean, kind of. But I get what that's saying. Not really classic as much. Has classic elements, but more just what Thomas is to me. What makes me happy when I think about Thomas. This game really captures a lot of
Yeah.
and a lot of and most of the seasons of the show that give me that feeling are from the classic series, but some aren't. There's so it's more about what I love most about Thomas. These games kind of encapsulate some of it. They give me that.
a game like this with CGI characters.
That would be so cool. A CGI era game like this, and if they were to take this concept and make it even higher quality, but the same basic features, but maybe make it
King of the Railway or Tale of the Brave. You just reenact a movie like that.
Yeah, I would like it to be
not Tell the Brave.
I would like it to be an original story though, because then we have a new story to work with.
Ooh, a game exclusive character.
That would be awesome. That
Bob.
would be real.
Bob the Truck. That's your exclusive character, and you fall in love with him, even though his name
I
is
do
Bob.
like the idea of exclusive characters. I was all over Sam and Logan and Dustin.
I was until I realized how big Sam is, and now I can't accept him coming to Soda. He's just too large.
Dude, Sam's awesome.
He is cool, but he just doesn't fit. He's too big. He's large.
He's large.
Roughly the size of a barge.
So anyway, now that you guys have gone on your spiel about how great these classic games are, I'm gonna sound like a bad person when I come off and say that Thomas Saves the Day is very simple. I think a kid would enjoy it, but unless you played this as a kid, I honestly don't see myself going back and playing this again just because of how simplistic it is. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I think it's fine for kids and stuff, but I don't have a connection with this like I do with Railway Adventures or with Great Festival Adventure. So
Yeah,
obviously
I get
this one doesn't rank very high on my list, but
even if I didn't grow up with it, I'd still be really excited about it because to get a new Thomas thing from this era would be just so awesome.
oh yeah,
Even,
but
I
like,
get
I'm
what you
happy
mean.
I bought it. I'm happy I have a Let's Play on it now, and I'm happy to own it because, it's just nice to go back to that era of Thomas when everything was good.
Yeah, no, but it is very basic. So it's it's really only if you're just really, if you really love Thomas and it takes you back to a certain period or it gives you a certain vibe. But the game itself really is quite lacking.
Yeah, the game itself is not too great.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that we're not... Two things. It's one, I mean, we're not intended to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not the
but
target
also-
audience.
And two, like as a Thomas fan, I mean, the things that I like, the things that I value are kind of they're judged quite differently from like say if I were to play any other game. If I were playing a game for the first time and first being introduced to the universe and characters, no, this would be terrible. But because I'm already immersed in it and I really love it, getting more of it is really cool.
Well,
so it depends on your perspective.
These games are great to like jumpstart like my creative bug. Like even just now, we're talking about like a game exclusive character and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like when I think about I'm at the point where I'm consuming it isn't my main thing. It's like how I can wrap my mind around it and thinking how I can either make it better or just
that's how I always think too. Like, I see this idea and all I think is cool, like a 6-chapter story. That's like, I would like to write a 6-chapter story, and I get like kind of in that vein. So it's like, I see what you mean. It is inspirational.
I do like to replay them now and then for nostalgic.
Yeah, so do I.
Like sometimes you had a bad day, you see this old PC with dust on it, you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Unless you're me and you have a PC that doesn't have dust on it, because I use a PC often.
At least you don't have trains on your Mac and then all the trains turn green and then it crashes.
Did that happen?
At least
That's happened.
games didn't delete all your trains except for Emily. That legitimately happened to me. That's a story for another day.
I haven't played Trains in months.
Yeah.
Mainly because Lemmy's like my liaison on how to get trains working.
Don't play on the train tracks, kids.
He was like my go-to guy. And we haven't.
Don't play on the train tracks, but play with the train's tracks.
My trains guy's on vacation. I've got to wait. God damn it.
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta say. Thank you all so much for watching this Let's Play. I can now successfully say that I have done a Let's Play on all 5 mainstream Thomas PC games.
Now it's time to move on to the Flash games.
Now it's time to move on to the DVD games that I didn't play on HMR.
Oh my goodness. Some of those are really cool though. Like when they got animated, those are awesome.
Yeah, but some of them are really bad.
The one in Calling All Engines was just, I was in love with that, especially the Pixel 10.
I thought when the show was transitioning to CGI, I thought that's what the CGI would have been. Thank God it wasn't.
I wasn't really too worried.
So guys, I know that now that I've done Thomas Saves the Day, my Let's Plays are kind of in a fluctuation right now. I will say though, next Let's Play will be something very special, as it will not be PC related. It will be something related. It's not on the PC, it's on a game console. I have a way to capture that now, so I hope you guys are excited to see that. Lemmy, Matt, thank you both for joining me here. I hope you enjoyed being on this video as much as I enjoyed having you here.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. We played.
Yeah, building the new line on the Oculus Rift. Play these games in VR.
Nah, man, we need the Great Festival Adventure remastered on Xbox One X.
Railway Adventures on
That would actually be awesome. Imagine if they fixed all the weird little glitches, like the eyes weren't ovals and like the blue was changed to black and like just little things, right? Like still, doesn't really change the game, but just things that would matter to us.
Yeah, things that don't make it look like it's weird. Like give Harvey his smoke box, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget, smoke.
Smoke.
But don't do that. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, smoking's bad. Smoking's bad, kids.
Unless you're an engine.
Then you should smoke because that keeps
Unless
you moving.
you're a diesel engine.
Dirty diesels.
Dirty diesel.
So I guess that wraps this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching yet again. I do Thomas content sometimes. And good night, everybody.
Bye.